Hello guys, let's go. So here I am using AutoCAD 2011, which is not a latest version but also not an outdated one. I am using this version so that every user can get the benefit of this tutorial. Now I will tell you about the keys of AutoCAD. Here are some special keys like snap, grid, ortho, polar, object snap, and many more. They have many more functions like here grid. If I kept it off, then these lines which you were seeing before, they were gone. So you can keep that grid on or off, whatever you want or not. And the functions of other keys I will tell you later. Now here are some also other shortcut keys like to draw a line, polygon, circle, and many more. Here are also some special keys which we were using while tutorial. I will tell you later about that. Here is my menu bar, which have file, edit, view, insert, format, tools, draw, dimensions, parameter window, health. We will use this options menu bar also while our tutorial. So let's begin. So firstly I want to tell you about this command bar. Here you can give the command to AutoCAD for your working. Commands like which you have to give initially every time you start working, like units. So here is a window gets created. Here you keep the type as decimal only, and keep the precautions of full decimal only, and keep the units to inches only. Do not change it, and everything over here are okay. So this okay. Now also you have to set limits. So write limits over there and give an enter. Now he will ask you about the lower limit. Give it 0, 0. Now he will ask you about the upper limit. Give it 150, 150. So this will set your page from 0 to 150, so that you can get enough space for your working. Now to get started, you must initially kept your AutoCAD to AutoCAD Classic only. You can use this option over here, or you can also use this setting, as you can see here. Right click on that and you can do AutoCAD Classic. You can select AutoCAD Classic from there also. Now to begin with, I will show you. First we will see this keys. You have to keep this ortho on, and other things you can keep on or off, whatever you want it or not. Now here is an object snap button. Keep it on, and also right click on that and go to settings, and on all this thing, object snap and object snap tracking, all this thing also on, so that you can get the end points of a line, midpoints of a line, to which should be specified when you keep the cursor on that line, so that you can easily do your working. Also you keep the snap on and grid on. Keep this grid snap to rectangular only. Do not use isometric, and I have everything okay over here, so click OK. Now to get started, we will draw a line. How to create a line? Now to create a line, as you can see here on the command bar, it is asking about the first point of a line. You can give any point, like as you can see, if I move cursor here and there, this thing gives the position of my cursor in coordinate system. So you can use that also, or I am randomly giving this point as the first point. And for here you can see that he is asking about the next point. So next point I can specify anywhere, or also if you want a line of 10 centimeter horizontal or vertical. Now I will show you why this thing is only horizontal and vertical, because I had get this ortho on. If I off it, then anywhere at any angle I can draw a line. So but I'm keeping it on only, so that there is no problem for me. Now for drawing a line of 10 inches, just type over here in command box 10 and give an enter, and you will see that a line of 10 centimeter has been drawn. If you don't believe me, you can see the dimensions of that. Here is in the menu bar there is options of dimensions. Go to linear dimensions. It will ask you about the first point, second point, drag it to, now keep it down. Now to zoom in, you can rotate your central mouse button forward, and to zoom out you can rotate it backward. Now as you can see that it is showing that it is of 10 inches only, so I have drawn it correctly, no doubt. So this is how you can give the dimensions and can draw a line. Also about for a circle, like you first choose your shortcut of circle over here, then he will ask you about the center point. Give a center point. So now he's asking you about the radius. You can see here radius of the circle or diameter. Give the radius. I'm giving the radius here. I'm typing 5. As you can see down, I typed 5, and that is because I want this circle to be of 5 inches, and now I am giving an enter, and as you can see a circle of radius 5 inches has been created. Sorry for that. Now if you want to draw a polygon, select this polygon shortcut. Now I will ask you that your number of sides you want to have in your polygon. I'm giving it as 5. Give an enter. Now I will ask you about the center of the polygon. I'm giving this over here. Now it is asking about that it should be inscribed or circumscribed. If you want inscribed, you can write it as I, or if you want circumcircle, then you can write it as C. Give an enter, and now it will ask you about the radius of that circle. I'm giving it as 3. Give an enter, and as you can see, a polygon has been created. Now if you want to remove this polygon, select that by right clicking on that. Now if you want to remove this, you can use this option over here, erase, and get removed. If you want to remove this also, you can use that, and I'm removing this also. Now if you want to draw a cylinder, you have to use ellipse. The option is here. I'm selecting that. Now he will ask you about the endpoint of the ellipse. So I'm giving first endpoint and another endpoint. This would be your major axis, and I'm giving it as 2.5 inches. Now he will ask you about your minor axis, which is actually major here. That is half of the major axis. I will give it as 3. So you can see an ellipse has been created. Now I will draw a line. As you can see, a point is shown by them. This is a point of tension. Because we have do the setting over object select snap, this point is being shown for us. Now I am drawing a line from here to a line of 5 inch. Given escape, I am drawing another line from here to 5 inch. Now I am drawing another ellipse of whatever you want, 1 inch. Now as you can see, this is a cylinder, but if you want this part to be removed, because it is a cylinder, so this part should not be shown, this one, I can remove that. For doing that, you have to write trim over the command box, TRIM, trim, give an enter. It will ask you about the object you want to trim. Select, you can select all also, select all, every object. Now give another enter so that he can know that you entered all the objects. Now he will ask you about you want to trim about the fence or crossing or project. I'm using here crossing, so I'm writing a C and giving an enter. Now he is asking about the first corner, so I'm using this corner, and as you can see, it is gone. Now give an escape, and you can see that whole arc is gone. Now if you want that arc again, you can undo that by shortcut key Control Z or Control Z. So as you can see, it is again redrawn. Now if you want this arc to be dotted, because it will be hidden for a cylinder, so I will firstly remove that by again using trim. Now I want that arc to be dotted, so I'm drawing again an ellipse by overwriting over it. Okay, and I'm using again trim option, and I will trim the object from this side, that is the circle I had created now only, it should be removed, so I remove that. Now I want this arc to be hidden. For that, I will write line type on the command bar. As you can see, you can enter, load. I'm using hidden 5x over here. As you can see, give it an OK. Now that you can see that hidden 5x is being shown over here. You make it as your current line type. Now press OK. Now if you draw any line, you will find it that it is hidden 5x. Okay. Now if you want this, now we want this arc to be hidden, so go to modify, match property of this to this, and now give an escape. Now you can see that it becomes hidden. Now you can remove this line. Now again we want our line type to be continuous, so you can use directly from here continuous, select directly continuous, or you can again write a line type over command box. Now we will see some other features also. For that I am drawing a rectangle over here. Now if for this rectangle you want this edge to be inclined, then you can use an option known as chamfer, which is directly given over here, or You can also write chamfer over here also. Over command bar, as you can see, I had written, given enter. Now it will ask you about the first line. Actually, it is not asking about the first line. It is asking about that you want to give the distance or angle. I'm giving it as angle. Now he will ask you about the length of the first line, which is to be angled. I'm giving it as 2 inch. Now he want to know about the angle, at what angle you want to chamfer. I'm giving it as 30 degree. Now he wants to select you the first line. I'm selecting this line, and second line, he will ask you about the second line. I'm selecting this line. As you can see, an inclined line is been created instead of a corner, and if you want to see that how 30 degree has been used, you can see it by using dimensions, like align dimensions. We choose this line, this is align dimensions. This is not I'm talking about angular dimensions. I'll show you. See, this 30 degree. So he inclined that line to 30 degree, and a 2 inch distance is being removed from the side. So this is how chamfer works. Also, we have fillet over here. How we use that? That if you want this corner to be removed by a circle, by an arc of a circle, you can write fillet over here, or you can use this shortcut key also. I'm writing fillet. Give an enter. Now he will ask you about the first object, but actually he is asking you about the radius only. Radius or multiple or trim. You give it as a radius because you want an arc. Now he will ask you about the fillet radius. I'm giving it as 1. Now he will ask you about to select the first object. I'm selecting this, and he will ask you about the second object like this, and as you can see, and the arc is being created instead of that corner. Now if you want to know the radius of this, as I had already given it as 2, but if you want to see, you can go to dimension, you can use radius, click on this, okay. We'll show you the radius. I had written 2, so I had written 1 actually, as you can see here. So it is giving me as radius 1 only. Now it is all about two of the features. One more feature is there, like I'm creating an XY axis. Now if you want this line to be here, you can make it by using another command, offset ROAD. I had written offset over here, give an enter. He will ask you about the offset distance. I'm writing it as 3 inches. He will ask you about the object, which is to be offset. I'm selecting this object. Now he will ask you about the side. I'm selecting this side, that is the right hand side, and an similar object at a distance of 3 inches is been created. Similar. And again, if you want this line To be offset by on the left hand side, you can select it again and give a click on left hand side, and again a line, similar line at 3 inches on left hand side is been created. Now this is all about offset. So now if you want hatches, then you can go to draw. Here is an option for hatch. Click on that. Now you give the type as predefined only, pattern whatever you want. I want this pattern only. So, and keep the angle. If you want an angle of 45 degree for the hatches, you keep it 0 only. If you want it as 90 degree, you keep it 45. That is with a difference of 45. And if you want it for 125, then you can keep it as 90 also. Keep the scale, that is distance between the two hatch lines. You can keep it as 1, or I am keeping it as 1.25, and everything is okay. Now you have to select an object. You can add pick point, or you can select objects. I am using here pick point. So this is my pick point, and now given again enter. Now you will see that again this window is been opened. Click OK, and you see that hatch line is been created. Now this is all about hatch lines. Now about the mirrors, like if you had an object like a triangle, and you want this triangle to be mirrored here on its left hand side, then you can use mirror option over here. Then he will ask you about selecting the object. I'm selecting this whole object. Give enter. Then he will ask you about the first point, that is the point from where the mirror is to be drawn. I'm selecting this point. Now you can see that it is creating mirror. Now he will ask you about the second point, that is a position. Now he is asking about that the source object is to be deleted or not. I am giving it as no, and give an enter, and the object or the mirror of that object is created over the left hand side. So this is how it works. Now using this all features, you can draw anything over 2D designs. Like I had created here a design, this one. Maybe you are not getting it. I will remove dimensions from here, and you will find it easy to understand. So now, as you can see, this is my front view. This is my top view, and this is my left hand side view. I drawn it carefully. Now if maybe I didn't tell you about the center line, how to draw the center line. Again for that you can write line type downwards, line type, and you can load from here center line, like here it is. Like this center line. Okay, now here it is the center line. Now you can make it as your current. Okay, now whatever line you make, it will be center line. If you want any line to be centered, just go to modify, match property, click on the property which you want to match, click on the object you want to match that property. Yes, as you can see. And done. If I want to undo that, so I'm using key Control Z and done. So as you can see, different objects you can make using this features. So that's all about my tutorial. And whatever I shown over here, over this tutorial, with the help of that you can draw many things about 2D for 2D. So that's all for my tutorial. Thank you for watching this tutorial. Thanks.